What's going on, guys? In this video, we're going to go over product research, and specifically if you have been struggling with finding a product and you've been looking for the last couple of weeks or even months. Hopefully it's not the case, but if you have, in this video, I'm going to go over my top criteria, specifically how Helium 10 and Black Box, they have a different product tab that is updated, and I'm going to showcase how this tab is a lot more useful when it comes to doing product research and finding potential profitable product. And I'm also going to give you guys a big tip to help you do product research and not just spend hours and hours looking for products and never finding anything. And if you're not familiar with Helium 10, it's basically a software that allows us to look at all the products on Amazon and put criteria into it so that all these random products are now a lot more filtered and have these specific products popping up in front of us based on the criteria put into it, which will allow us to find new products that don't have a ton of competition, that not a ton of sellers are selling, which will once again allow us to bring a new product to the market that's better than what everyone else is selling or slightly differentiated. It doesn't always have to be next level. It can just be slightly differentiated. That once again, it's going to have a different product type in the market that will allow us to be unique and ultimately get sales. If at any point in this video you decide you want to try out Helium 10 to do product research and find that very first product to start your Amazon FBA business, then down below I have a 50% off discount code for your very first month, and that does help the channel, so I would greatly appreciate it. Now I'm going to hop behind my screen and show you guys the updates that Helium 10 has brought to Black Box. So we're on helium10.com, and first things first, if you do not have a Helium 10 account or if you do not have the Helium 10 Chrome extension, then we need to come to Google, type in Helium 10 Chrome extension, come down to the helium10.com tools, product research, click on this. And now, once again, it's gonna take us to the Helium 10 page. Click download now. And this is where you actually download the Chrome extension. I obviously have it right here, so I would have to remove it. But if you don't, click download. And then if you don't see it pinned right here, you wanna just make sure that you once again pin it. And now this Chrome extension will allow us to basically look at products on Amazon.com, which is where Helium 10 takes all the data from. And now with that Chrome extension, we can see all the revenue the products are making, how many reviews, how many sales, all the data that we need to basically know in order to make an informed decision on whether or not we should hop into this product market and essentially launch our very own product. Because once again, if everyone has, low reviews, but we think they're making money, but we don't actually have any way of figuring out if they are, the Chrome extension allows us to look at these product markets on Helium, on Amazon, and basically find how much they're making and all the specific data that we need to launch a product. Now with that out the way, we're gonna come to the tools and click on the Black Box. Now with the Black Box, there are multiple ways you can find products. There's a product method, the keyword method. I usually stick to the keyword method, but for right now, we're gonna focus on the product method, which once again, I don't stick to that much, but Helium 10 has updated this interface and they make it a lot more convenient. I used to never use it, but recently I've been using it more and more, and I was actually able to find a seasonal product that I am potentially thinking about launching. I'll have more on that in a future video very soon, but once again, this is a useful product tab if you use it correctly. Now with that being said, we wanna enter the criteria in. So the very first thing I like to look at is the review count. Now, maximum of 250 reviews. The lower you go, like let's say you have 50 reviews as the max player, as a maximum new player, that means that there's gonna be very, very, very few products that actually meet that criteria. So the higher up you go, if you have 1,000 reviews, once again, that means there's gonna be a ton of products that have under 1,000 reviews as the max reviews who are making money. So I like to say somewhere in the lower end, 250 is good. You can go 100, you can go 200. You can even go up to 500. The higher you go, once again, the more product opportunities you're gonna find. But once again, those can be more competitive. Now, with that being said, we're gonna come to the number of sellers. Now, I don't like to stick to markets that are extremely saturated. So bare minimum, I like to see 1,000 competitors or less as the, 1,000 competitors or less as the maximum amount of competitors in a market. Now, once again, you can play with this. You can go higher, you can go lower, but the same thing applies. The higher you go, the more competition. The lower you go, the less competition. Now, for the price, we'll do $20 to $70 for this example. Once again, you don't want to go anything below $20, even below $25, but for this specific product, and if you have a lower budget, you are going to need to stick to products that are not super expensive. So if you have a lower budget, you may be sticking to products that are anywhere from 15 to 30 bucks, because once again, those are going to allow you to order more units and order a small enough first order to where you're only spending, $1,000 to $3,000 as your first order if you have a very small budget. If you're working with, if you're working with, 3 to 5,000, then you can go to products that are slightly more expensive. But once again, even if you have a smaller budget, you still can stick to products that are slightly more expensive, let's say $25 to $35, but it's going to take more and more contacting manufacturers and getting a small minimum order quantity from that manufacturer, because that is going to be the limiting factor. If you want you to order thousands of units as the first order, then it's going to cost more and more money. So you can do a smaller budget with more expensive products, but once again, you're going to have to find a manufacturer who has a smaller MOQ. Now, I do have a whole Alibaba supplier video on that details exactly what to do, the questions to ask, and all of that. But for now, let's enter the rest of the criteria into this. Now, for the monthly revenue, I like to let's just do 4,000 for the monthly minimum, and for the monthly sales, let's just do 300 sales. 300 sales that wants to go in, not 3,000, 300 sales. We don't want to do 3,000 because 3,000 will basically put us in a position where we're not able to fulfill that demand, because there's going to be lots and lots of units being sold and we're going to stock out. Someone's going to take our place. So we want to have, not a product making a ton of money, but products making decent revenue for us that we can fulfill the demand, grow our capital, grow our units, and then eventually have more and more units coming later on, but not when we first start, because once again, it's going to be hard to fulfill that demand. Now, we also can select the category and subcategory. Now, this is something that I've been playing around with recently, and this actually allowed me to find my specific seasonal product that I may launch. I'll do a future video with you guys on that specifically once again. But for this, we want to select a specific category because I find that the product's a lot more direct. And if you have a specific brand that you're trying to build, or a specific category that you're trying to go down to, then this would be a must. Now, categories that I like to do, or just specifically in general, I like to pick 2 categories or just 1 category. So 2 categories or less, because the results, once again, are a lot more filtered and not like a bunch of random products. Now, we could just do no categories, but then once again, they're not very specific. So I'll do baby, and we will also do, let's just do home and kitchen. Now, once again, with any of these results, you can play around with it, but this is what I like to start with. And with this product method, we can see exactly what they're going to show us. All right, guys, so we have the products. Let's look through these, but really quickly, we're not going to find our product within the first 5 minutes. I see a lot of videos out there that find a product in 5 minutes. Now, I'm going to show you guys the right techniques and the right criteria, and specifically how to find or what to look for in a winning product. But once again, you're not going to find it in 5 minutes, not going to find it in an hour. It could take multiple hours. It could take some time to find these products, because once again, it's not that simple. And if it was that simple and that easy, everybody would be doing it. But once again, when you find the product, it's going to be extremely fulfilling, because once again, all your hard work and your effort paid off. And products are not extremely hard to find. You just have to be thinking outside the box. But once again, you're not going to find it in 5 minutes. So with that being said, let's get looking. Now, the first thing we have are the actual products, the categories, the bestsellers rank, the price, the number of monthly sales, along with the upward or downward trend, monthly revenue, and how many reviews they have. Now, with this, what we're going to be looking for are products that are different, products that stand out to us, and products that we think that we can actually, or products that we don't know what they even are, So let's just start with looms and linens, lumbar pillow, city threads, Lil Da Vinci, bathroom rugs, 2-piece set, clear acrylic shelf. So we'll open up this clear acrylic shelf divider. I like the price point. I like the number of reviews. Not super. This guy's decently new, but if you look at it, he is making 25,000 off of this specific product. It's a price point of basically $27. So it's not too high. It's not too low either. It's going to be decent margins. And that brings us to our very first point. Now, once we find a product that we're thinking about launching, we want to take this specific keyword, the clear acrylic shelf divider, and we want to paste it in the browser. And now with this, we will see all of the clear acrylic shelf dividers. And now what we're going to do is open up our Chrome extension. We can do a quick browse of the market. We see that there's one guy, 15 reviews. These guys obviously have multiple hundreds. This guy has a couple thousand reviews. That's not what we want to see. We want to see, more lower review guys. These aren't extremely low because they all have 100 or more, but once again, they're not thousands and thousands of reviews. If we scroll back down past the sponsored, we see the next player, 1,300 reviews. And now we get into, single digits, 7 reviews, couple hundred. But essentially what we want to do, we have another single digit. Essentially what we're going to do is we're going to open up this Chrome extension, and this is what's going to allow us to see the trends with this market and specifically the data. Now, things we want to look out for are the search volume. So right off the bat, it has 90 searches per month. That is not a good sign, but I'm just going to show you guys what else we want to look for. The total revenue is very healthy, $403,000 a month. Now, what we want to do is basically come and look at the review count and the revenue. We want to see new players making decent money. He's making $3,600, nothing crazy, but once again, that's still, around $1,200 in profit at a 33% profit margin. That's what we want to be aiming for, at least 30 to 50% in profit margins. That's one of the main criteria we're going to be aiming for. And so we can see we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players in the top 10 spots who have under 200 reviews. That's a pretty good sign, but in this specific market, the next thing, we want to have profit margins, we want to see new players making money, but the next thing we want to be looking out for, and the most important thing, is can we differentiate it? Can we make ourselves stand out? Are we going to be unique if we were to launch the same product into this market? If we look at these products, they're all pretty much the exact same product. Now, once again, we want to have good profit margins, we want there to be lower competition, and we will need to be differentiated. These are the top 3 things we want to look out for: profit margin, differentiation, and low competition. Now, if we don't have differentiatedness, if we can't differentiate this product, if everyone's selling a clear shelf divider, and that is what the market wants, we can try to launch a black one, or we can try to launch, a beige one, or maybe do a color change. But in this specific case, it's not going to be what people want. They want the clear shelf dividers to have their clothes and all their nice luxury bags. They want the clear shelf dividers. And so in this case, we could try to offer more value, just offer a bunch of shelf dividers, but even that, I'm not too interested in that because it's people who are already offering multiple shelf dividers. And we're just going to move on to the next product because once again, we cannot differentiate it. We cannot make ourselves look unique in this market. So we're not going to launch that product. We're not going to waste money, not going to waste time. We're going to move on. Now, other things. We have dorm room, bed skirt, budgeting good, caddy, suction cup. I'm going to open this up. I do like the bathroom products as well. And we're just going to find a couple more products if we can find some. Bowls, linen wall, deep-proof green sheer, boho curtain, gold foil print, baby swaddle blanket, unisex. We have this fake tree. I actually do like products like this as well. It is slightly higher price point at $50, 20,000 a month. So you'd have to sell slightly less units, but you still have decent profit. And now he has 163 reviews. He has a bunch of different variations. And specifically, once again, for these 2 products, we'll just look at these last 2 products for example. But once again, for any product that you see, I may not find a good profitable product, but for any products that you're looking at, you want to be making sure that there's, once again, low competition. You want to see multiple players who are new when you open up that Helium 10 Chrome extension that are making money, that have low reviews. If you don't see that, if you see a single player, 2 players, that's not good. I like to see at least 3 to 5, if not more. If not everybody making new money, but obviously that's gonna be a little bit harder to find because if everyone's making good money and there's all new players, and that's gonna be very hard to find. And if you find at least 3 to 5 new players making good money who have low reviews, I like to find profit margins who have at least 30 to 50% per product. Now, specifically for profit margins, if you want to see exactly what this product is going to profit us in terms of the margins, we can simply come to the FBA Chrome extension, click on the profitability calculator. And with this calculator, we have the specific price that we're selling the item for on Amazon, the dimensions, the weights, and the manufacturing costs that Helium 10 has basically estimated from looking at all the listings on Alibaba. They recommend that's going to cost around, or they estimate $10 per unit. Now with that, the sale price, $10 to buy it, it's gonna be pretty good profit margins. Now, if we come back down, we have also the FBA fees, and spoke a little bit too soon. This product probably weighs a little bit heavier. It is, 5 pounds, so it's a heavy product. So Amazon is going to charge you a lot of money for the FBA fees to send it out, to ship it, to pack it, all that. The fulfillment fee for sending and shipping and packing it, $13.75, and the referral fee to basically list the product on Amazon is going to be $7.50. Now, with all that being said, the net profit is going to be $7.63 per unit, and the profit margin is going to be 15.27%. Now, this product does not have good profit margins. We're not even going to think about selling this product because, once again, you're basically going to be working yourself and trying extremely hard to be profitable in your business, ordering more units, and essentially you need to have at least 30 to 50%, in my honest opinion, to actually have a sustainable business that's going to keep generating cash. Now, if we were to quickly come back to this listing and just throw it into Helium 10, I'm almost positive that this product is going to be a lot more profitable because once again, it is smaller, it has a decent price point. And if you come back down here, just ignore all the data. But if you look at the profit margins, we already have 27%. Now it's gonna be a lot better. You even go 25 to 25 to 30 to 25 to 30 on the lower end, and on the higher end, it could be as high as whatever. But usually you won't find anything past 50% profit margins that are going to be super easy to get into, that aren't going to cost hundreds and hundreds of bucks. But in this case, 27% still is not bad. That's pretty good, honestly. And once again, it's very close to 30, so this would be a green light in my opinion. If you could find it that has low competition and it's also differentiatable, as well as having the good profit margins. Now, continuing on, we're going to find one last product. Let's look at this. We looked at the fake tree. We have the oversized chair cover, blackout type curtain, 5-tier shoe rack. Let's look at this boho decor wall mount organizer. I do like the boho decor. This is a kind of a newer theme, if you will, that I see that they have in baby, that they have in different things, that they have this boho decor, and it's very, very new and trendy. And it may not be so trendy, but it's new and it's trending upwards. And so this is something that I'm actually interested in. Now we have 17,000 in monthly revenue, 500 monthly sales, which is pretty good, and a price point of 32 bucks. So we're going to open it on Amazon. And right away, we're just going to look at the profit margins, because once again, if it doesn't have good profit margins, we're basically wasting our time. Now with this, we can easily differentiate it because it's very, a very simple product that we can add different pockets, add different things, add different design, whatever it is. And the profit margin is 38%. So that's already a very, very good, this is definitely a green light in my opinion, 38%. Now the sales is looking healthy as well, and once again, the revenue at 17,000 bucks a month is not too bad. You're gonna be, profiting around 6,000 in actual profit every single month for selling this product. And once again, it's not just that easy. You have to come up with a different design, something that makes yourself slightly more unique. But once again, it's also not too hard if you put the work in and really find specifically what the market wants and fixing the negative customer reviews. Now for the keywords, it's an extremely long tail keyword. It may be more specific. We can find one that's probably a little more broad, but for this case, it is very specific product. It is a boho wall mount hanging baby storage. That exactly is what it is. So for this product, we're going to just open it up, and we can already see that there's not a ton of, if I let my laptop load, there's not a ton of products that look the same. Everyone's pretty different, which is basically what we want to see in this specific case. Once again, there's a different one, there's these ones. So the product variation is pretty broad, which is, once again, if you have a good design, that's always what you want to see. Everyone not looking the same, so that you can actually stand out, but stand out in a way that people actually want to gravitate towards your product. So the next step, after we find a potential product, not saying that this is a product that we're going to launch, but any product that looks like it's has good margins, has good, revenue, it's not too competitive. We want to take that product, take the keyword. In this case, we have the longer tail keyword. We want to come to Excel and basically start taking data. Because if we track our data as opposed to just looking at the products all day long, we're not going to remember any of the products. So if we track the data, it's going to get us a lot further, and it's actually going to get us in the mindset of actually recording data and making this whole entire product research process more real, which is what we absolutely need to do if we're serious about launching a product. Now for the revenue, they had 20,000 per month, which was pretty good revenue. 20,000, the price point was, I believe it was like 33 bucks. Differentiatable, yes, it's differentiatable. And the number of reviews they had were 200. Now for each of these values, you want to open up X-ray, take the average for all the products, the average price, the average revenue, and the average number of reviews. And basically, you also want to have the search volume. Now for this, it's very simple. You just want to take this keyword, put it into X-ray or put it into Magnet on Helium 10, and it will show you the specific search volume, which is very simple to find. And you want to stick to products that have good revenue, have decent searches, are differentiatable, and that don't have a ton of competition. Now with this, if we do product research for a couple hours, we'll have a bunch of products that are going to be potential products that we can launch. Now, out of these potential products, we're going to want to pick a winner over the course of a couple of days, over the course of a couple of weeks, however long it takes you to get a big enough list, and to find products that are actually sticking out to you, where you believe you can come in with a better product to the market. You can answer what the customers are complaining about in the negative reviews, because once again, for any product that you find on Amazon, there are going to be reviews that are negative. Like for this one right here, we come click on the product, we come scroll over the reviews, and we click on the 1-star reviews right here. Even though there's 2%, we still have negative reviews, and the things that he Could have fixed, not what I expected. Save your money. Sound like a good deal. Lame concept to level out the shelf with knots. The twine is poor quality, so obviously this quality. Cheap, cheap, cheap. Completely unsteady, unrealistic. So for this product, if you were going to launch this product, you want to make the quality better, it not cheap, and make sure it's actually durable for people who actually buy it. They're going to be happy and satisfied. We're going to be differentiating our product. Now, in the product differentiation, we need to be listening to the customers. We have to be our intended customer, see exactly why they don't like certain products, how we can make our product better, and make it more unique. If we can make a good quality product that is very usable and that is different / unique, then we are going to be able to come in with a new product that has high quality, get reviews over time, and get lots and lots of sales coming in. Because once again, our product is different, unique, and it is high quality and a very good product. If you want to try out Helium 10 and look for your very first product to launch on Amazon, then I have a discount code down below. And the next thing that we need to do once we find a product is to be able to private label the product. So click on this video right here where I go in depth detail on exactly how to do that. And with all that being said, I'll see you guys in this video.